Hello, children. I hope you all are doing fine. Today, we will be doing chapter number 12 Natural Vegetation in India. Look at this picture. What do you observe? Can you see the beautiful nature that is all around you? In this picture, also, you can see greenery everywhere. What is all this? This is natural vegetation. What is natural vegetation? Plant community which has grown naturally without interference from human beings are called natural vegetations. That means they grow on their own. They don't need much of care by human beings, but they provide a lot of soothing effect to your mind as well as they provide us oxygen. Geographical differences makes difference in vegetation and animal. India's climatic conditions are most suited for the growth of natural vegetation. So you can see the different states or the different places in India, we have different types of natural vegetation. What are the factors that affect natural vegetation? They are land, soil, temperature, the ecosystem, precipitation, photoperiod. Yes, why are forests necessary? As you all know and you hear daily that we should save trees, we should save our environment. But why do we need to save the forest, or why are forests necessary for us? We will see. Forests are very useful for us. They perform various functions. Plants, they release oxygen that we breathe and absorb carbon dioxide. The roots of the plants bind the soil, thus they control soil erosion. That means they help in binding the plant to a place so that they are not carried away by wind or water. Forests provide us with timber for making furniture for our homes, fuel, wood, fodder for the animals. It also has many medicinal plants which helps us in making medicines and herbs. It also gives us lac, honey, gum, etc. They are also a natural habitat of wildlife, and they also keep our environment cool. How? Because they absorb the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So here you can see in this picture what all are the uses of forest. They give us oxygen, they provide honey, they provide fruits, they give us gum and lac, they are natural habitats for wildlife, they provide timber, they provide us rubber, they bind the soil, they also give us furniture, sports goods. Some of the wood is also used for making fuel. It is also a shelter and gives us many medicinal plants. So forests play a very, very important role in our life, and we must save or conserve our forests. So there are 5 types of vegetations in India. Due to varied climatic condition, India has a wide range of natural vegetation. These are the tropical evergreen forest, the tropical deciduous forest, the tropical thorny forest and the scrubs, the mountain forests and the mangrove forest. Now we will be discussing all these 5 types of vegetation in details. So first of all, what are tropical rainforests? Tropical rainforests, it occurs in the area which receives heavy rainfall. As the name suggests, it is tropical rainforest. So we found these forests mainly in areas where we have heavy rainfall. these forests are very, very dense, and sunlight, it doesn't reaches the ground. It remains almost green throughout the year. Many species of trees are found in these forests which shed their leaves at different times of the year. As a result, they always appear green. They are green throughout the year because all the trees, they are not shedding their leaves at one time. They shed their leaves at different times of the year. So they remain green throughout the year. Important trees found in these forests are mahogany, ebony, and rosewood. Where are these forests mainly found? The Andaman and the Nicobar Islands, parts of northeastern states, and the narrow strip of the western slope of Western Ghats are home for these forests. So the next view, this is how the tropical rainforests look. Next is the tropical deciduous forest. These forests are also called monsoon forest. Large part of India is covered with these types of forests. They are less dense than the evergreen forest and shed their leaves at a particular time of the year, usually summer season. The most common trees that are found here are sal, teak, peepal, neem, and shisham. These are found in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, and parts of Maharashtra. The wood of these trees is mostly used for making furniture and as building material. So here is a view of these forests, how they look like. Next is the tropical thorny forest and the scrubs. This type of vegetation is found in basically dry areas, that is mainly the desert areas. Because of lack of rainfall in these areas, the leaves are in the form of spines to reduce the loss of water. They are in the form of spines because less area is visible to the sun and there will be less transpiration. The main trees found in these thorny forests are cactus, babool, kikar, and some important trees found in these region. This type of vegetation is found mainly in the states of Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, eastern slopes of Western Ghats, and Gujarat. So take a look at the tropical thorn forests and the scrub. At the background you can see it is a desert area and these types of forests are found in deserts. So next is the mangrove forest or the tidal forests. They are basically grown in saline water. That means the water that is salty. They are found mainly in the delta regions of big rivers like Ganga, Mahanadi, and Godavari. The most famous mangrove forests are the Sundarbans in the West Bengal and in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are named after Sundari trees, which is a well-known tree here, after which even the Sundarbans have been named. So take a look at how the mangrove forests look like. I hope children you are understanding this along with the pictures. Now the last one is the mountain vegetation or the mountain forest. These are also called coniferous forest. They are found in Himalayan mountains and parts of the Nilgiri hills. A wide range of species is found in the mountains according to variations in height. With increase in height, as we all know, the temperature falls. That means the temperature decreases as we go higher. At a height of between 1500 meters and 2500 meters, most of the trees are conical in shape. These trees are called coniferous trees because they have cone shaped leaves, so they are known as coniferous trees. So the trees, they bear cone, and the common types of trees that are found here are chir, deodar, fir and spruce. These trees are a very good source of resin. And so the last topic in this chapter is conservation of forest. As you all know, the natural vegetation and forest cover have been destroyed to a large extent by human activities. Forests, they play a very important role in animal as well as plant life. They are important in many reasons, and we need to conserve the forest. Why forest conservation is important? Because it reduces stormwater runoff. That means it binds the soil in place and avoid it to be carried off or washed off by water. It provides wildlife habitat. As you all know, most of the wild animals, they are living in the forest. They improve our air quality because they absorb carbon dioxide. And how they control the climate? They make the environment cool by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing more and more of oxygen. Many of these, there was an increasing need for conserving and saving of trees. So many movements were started in the past to save the forest. What were they? The Chipko movement. In the 1970s, an organized resistance to the destruction of forest spread throughout India and came to be known as Chipko movement. The name of the movement comes from the word embrace, as the villagers hugged the trees and prevented the contractors from felling them down. The modern Chipko movement, led by Sundarlal Bahuguna, Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Gauri Devi, encouraged people to hug the trees in an attempt to prevent their cutting. So whenever somebody came or any contractors came to cut down the tree, the villagers, they used to hug the trees and prevent them from cutting them. Another initiative that was taken to spread the idea of the afforestation was Van Maha Utsav, which is an annual tree planting festival in India. It is celebrated to raise enthusiasm for the motherland and forest conservation. Thousands of people, they take part in this festival that aims at planting more and more of trees. Vanma Utsav is celebrated every year, and it should be made more and more popular and meaningful and effective so as to save our environment. I hope, my dear children, you will understand this chapter and make a pledge, and let us hold or join our hands together to save the trees, because if we take care of trees, they will take care of us. That's all for today. Thank you so much. God bless you all.